Alright guys, so you may have seen our video a while ago about our excellent adventure to Vidcon, and at the end of the video, on like the third day, we showed you guys this wristband, and we're like, something crazy happened with this wristband, we'll make it in another video. And the other day, I just realized that we never made a video about what this thing exactly did, or allowed us to do. I said it on a YouNow broadcast a while ago, but there was only a few people watching, so you might have already heard the story, so that's cool for you. But for all the people who haven't, here's the official story of what this wristband exactly meant to us and what this VIP thing meant. I'm just commentating this over a Rocket League gameplay. It's a crazy 4-0 comeback that my team and I had, and I just thought it would be more entertaining than just staring at my face the whole time. So that's why I had my face in the corner, and the gameplay is the main thing. But just listen to the story, enjoy the gameplay. Here we go. So if you've never been to VidCon, there's usually, like, not crazy, but there's usually parties every night, either in a hotel or somewhere close to the hotel, which is next to the convention center. And the first night on Thursday night, Alex and I were there from June 22nd to the 25th. It's July, I think, actually. I think I said June. I don't know. Got there 22nd at night, and VidCon officially started on the 23rd. We got settled in the 22nd, stayed the night, spent the first day on the 23rd at VidCon, and then we heard from someone, I don't remember who it was. We just heard about this party that was going on the 5th floor of the Hilton Hotel, which is right next to the convention center. We're not party animals. We don't go to parties just to get drunk or anything. We're not even 21, so we can't even drink. We just wanted to get into the parties to like network with people and just show them our stuff, basically. Not show them. We don't be those guys who are like, yo, give us a shout out. We just want to network. That's what people do at VidCon. You just network with people. That was our plan. We wanted to get into these parties because we figured there's going to be people who had more expertise than us, and people that we watch, because already at VidCon we had seen so many people that we've already watched, and it was so surreal at that moment just to seeing them there. But if we could get to like a party with them and just hang out with them, that'd be even cooler. We tried forever on that night to get in somehow. You ended up having to have a wristband, like usual. You can't just walk into these parties. There was tons of people waiting outside of the actual room, because this was like a room. If you're on the 5th floor, you walk out of the hotel, and it's just like this huge lobby with these glass doors on the other side, and there's bodyguards standing there. So these sliding glass doors open up, you can get into the party, basically. But if you have to have a wristband. And in this lobby, there's tons of girls just waiting for popular YouTubers to come out, and just so they can freak out. We're just like standing in the back, just like, okay, recon, how do we get into this? How do you get a wristband? We looked around for a while, and sadly we could not get into that party. So remember, that was Thursday night. That was the first day of VidCon. The second day of VidCon is Friday night. We went through our day thing again, enjoyed the VidCon atmosphere, and then Friday night came around. We're like, okay, this is our last night officially here, because we were leaving Saturday. So this is our last chance. We gotta do something. Gotta go big. We've been waiting for this forever. We end up hearing about this other party again on the 5th floor of the Hilton Hotel, except it's a pool party, because you walk out the elevator. If you go like a little left, there's other glass doors open to like this big huge balcony with a pool on the roof and stuff, like just that classic thing you always see. And basically you had to get another wristband to it. This is the wristband that we needed to get in. But there's a funny story on how we got this wristband. See, the thing is, there's this desk, there's a check-in desk. You go there, you get your wristband, and you have to have a name on a list. So one of us went up to this desk in case we needed to go up to the desk twice. And we're like, okay, hi, I'm Ted, or we're creators, can we get into this party? Basically, we just winged it, like, why not? I'm Ted, I have a creator pass, can I get in if I have a creator pass? And then they're like, no. Like, okay, I went back to Alex, we're like, we can't get in that way. So we're sitting in this lounge, a little bit away from the check-in desk, and we see these people come down from the stairwell in the hotel, assuming from the party, and then I'm facing Alex is facing them, because we're in like opposite chairs, and Alex is like, yo, that one dude just threw away his wristband in the trash bin. And I was like, you think of what I'm thinking? He's like, yep. And then we just rushed in real quick, snagged this out of the trash can. I slipped my wrist in, we're like, alright, we're good. So we walked up to the 5th floor hotel, party's over. We're walking back out the room with a group of people from the party, and they're like, okay, you going to the House of Blues, or you going to the House of Blues? And they're like, okay, there's probably something happening at the House of Blues. We look up where the House of Blues is on our GPS, and it's like a 1.5 2 mile walk away from the convention center. So we're like, Yellow Swag Money 2014, it's last night, we're gonna go for it. And right outside of Disneyland, it's part of the Disneyland section. We thought we'd broken into Disneyland, okay? We thought we were so hyped. Let's just say we broke into Disneyland, okay? Because we rounded this corner, it's just a bunch of families at different shops, and like kids walking, like huge groups of people just walking. So at that moment, you would think you broke into Disneyland somehow. So we're like, holy crap, we broke into Disneyland. Next thing is we just need to get in this party at the House of Blues, which is a little bit walks away. It's a huge House of Blues, like 2-story. I have pictures here. I can probably. So we see tons of people we know. Some of them are in the party already, and obviously, like normal people, we just walked up to the line once again, and we said, we just came from this party. We heard a ton of people were coming, and we were wondering if we could just get into. We heard it's like an after party kind of thing, and they said you have to have your name on the list, and you have to get a wristband. So we're like, Alex and Ted. But maybe out of some weird person put us in there, I don't know, and we're not on the list. So at this point we're like, alright, we can only resort to our second option, our plan B, which is getting someone who knows us to let us in. Luckily I had been YouNowing a lot since before VidCon, pre-VidCon. I met some new people on YouNow, known some people for a while, got back with some friends, talking to them again because VidCon's right around the corner. And anyways, Alex and I are just kind of leaning against this gate which separates the people who are in the party from the people who are outside. So like it's like the courtyard area of the House of Blues and the people who are waiting in line. And Alex and I see someone who watches us on YouNow sometimes and watches our videos. We don't really know exactly if he knows who we are. We don't want to go up to him and be that guy who just like, yo, can you get us in? So we just kind of stand there for a little bit, and eventually he walks over. Albert Brgadich. I don't know if any of you guys know who Albert is, but he walks over to us. He's like, Alex and Ted. We're like, I didn't know you knew us. And then we just talked for a little bit, and he's like, yeah, sorry guys, I would get you in, but they're yelling at me whenever I go over. And prior to this, we talked to a lady who was part of the venue kind of thing outside, and she's like, you can have people let you in. So we're like, Albert, we just talked to someone and they said you can let us in. He's like, oh, really? And then, so we got back into line and just kind of waited because Albert said it would take him a while to get through all the people in the party and make his way back to the front of the line where he could come pick us up and bring us back in. So Alex and I finally made our way to the front of the line again, and we're like, our friend is in there, he's gonna let us in. They're like, okay, well, we've reached max capacity, so you guys are gonna have to wait. And then after they say that, Albert rounds the corner and he's like, yo, guys, and we're like, it's right there. Can you let 2 people in? So we have to wait again. Albert goes back into the crowd, and we're just like, Albert, no. You're right there. We're right here. But they're separating us. We have to wait for probably another half hour for them to reach max capacity, or to unreach, for people to leave, okay? Long story short, Albert rounds the corner at the perfect time. We're like, Albert, get over here, let us in. And then they didn't even like have him come over. They just handed us 2 wristbands, like, okay, we know he's your friend. This is the wristband we got, CDS VIP. As you can tell, I wore it for a while after VidCon, and then the stuff started rubbing off, so I took it off so I wouldn't ruin it. But at this time, we're just like, alright, let's have a good time. We made it in, holy crap. And we tried networking with YouTubers, but the thing we learned was don't really go up to them if they're in a conversation, obviously you don't want to do that with anyone, really. You don't want to interrupt a conversation, but really, literally everyone that we would go up to maybe try to talk to, they would be in a conversation every time. So we did end up networking with a certain YouTube manager. Her name was JD, and her friend, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. See all these people. Oh my gosh, Alex. It's recording right now. Hey! I'm at the part where we get in. Okay, Alex conveniently called me right when I started telling you guys about what happened when we got in. So he's gonna tell it from what he remembers, and I'm gonna show you these pictures that we got from this like 3 strip of this random little camera booth.
I don't know exactly what Ted has told you, but you know, it was like amazing. Have you told him about Rhett and Link yet?
No.
Waiting in line, there's like this red carpet that goes into like the front. It was literally like we were at like the CMAs or something like that. The red carpet going into the bottom, and like there was like a photo area
like
with
that
like
wall of sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. And then so we walked in. We're like, I feel so legit right now. So legit.
I need to put Vaseline on my lips. Go on.
That's interesting.
Go on.
We're walking in, and what do you know? The first thing we walk into on the bottom floor of this House of Blues, a rock band performance, and the guy singing. I kind of forgot there for a second, but the guy was singing was Link. We walked in.
I have a
he
video.
was just there.
I'll try to throw up the video on the.
Anyways, we walk in and we see just Link jamming hard on Rock Band. I mean, there's not much else really to tell besides our selfie with just Rhett walking through the background.
Oh yeah. So I took a picture of the people behind me just to show like the party scene and what everyone was doing in this one single room out of like the 5 that were there. And right as I take the picture, Rhett walks behind me, just kind of casual. So we proceeded back to our hotel where we dreamed nothing because we were already in our dream.
We were already in heaven.
Yes, so
Ish.
we could have died, like went back and died and been like, Alright, well that's the story. It went from no wristband to this wristband with no party to this wristband with
a party.
Yeah, this probably definitely went over how long the gameplay was, so that's why my face kind of went so big all of a sudden. So I'm sorry you got to see my face so big, but it's okay. So Alex, is there anything you would like to say before we go?
Other than I hope you'll have a wonderful weekend and catch you on the flip side.
And I hope we can see you at 2016 VidCon in the party. You
Yes.
know you can do it. You can get in. Just believe. And
Just
on that
believe
note,
yourself.
ta-ta for now.